Good evening, folks. Surprise, we're online and our internet is restored. Yeah, well, that is a story. Oh, but anyway, folks, we're up and going. We're going to do a short one over here in the Philippines, so I hope you enjoy. Uh, Getting this ready for a flight later this week. I haven't posted schedules yet. Just making sure we're not infringing where my wife may need help. So, all right. So today we're at Clark International Airport. Last time we flew in cargo. Today we fly out as passenger. Cebu Pacific, a Philippine airline, and we're gonna head over to Mactan, Cebu International Airport. It's about an hour and a half, according to Debrief, away. We're going to actually plan up the flight and see what the actual airtime is, and then get this plane ready to roll. Sound good? All right. And for those of you curious, we just kind of threw this together real quick. Couldn't tell, could you? So we kept it kind of simple just so that we won't have that one yet. So bear with us. We're just bare bones here, just going, just out to have a good time. All right, so again, we're sitting here in the Philippines. Over those mountains and just a little south will be Manila. So just to give you a placement of where we are, we're kind of in the central part of the island. All right, so let's bring Sim Toolkit in. And let's first plan the flight, then talk about the flight. And we can actually talk about it while we're planning. All right, so all you do here, folks, is instead of load from Debrief, now you could set this up already, have it ready to go. So all you do, if you've generated the flight plan over in Debrief, just click load last flight plan, boom, it'll be there. Or come over here. Hang on, I got to make sure. There we go. All right, so we're departing RPLC and heading to RPVM. And as you can see, there are some flights to choose from already. Not going to worry about it, folks. Aircraft for the flight is RPC-3900. And we are going to be Cebu 572. And you know what? We're not even going to have an ACARS program to worry about going, oh my gosh, we forgot to start it again. How many times have we heard that one, folks? So, all right, we're just putting in our contingency of 5%. 45 minutes, and taxi out 20 minutes, inbound 10 minutes, and I think we can leave the rest alone. Okay, once you've done this, folks, once you've filled in all the blanks, if you so choose to fill them in, click generate. What it's going to do from Sim Toolkit, go over to Debrief, do some whatever computers you want to call it, they do. And then it's going to spit out our information here, right here. Okay. Now, if you wanted to load the flight plan and you have the downloader running, you could click on it. However, with ToLiss, you don't need that. So we'll just click fly now. And there's what it looks like right now. Ooh, look at that trail right there, folks, coming out of I'm wondering if that's going into Cairo, but I'm not sure where they would have originated. And they're so far away. OTHH Doha. So, wow, from Qatar. All right, our flight. Let's more worried about that. 70,980 pounds. I don't know if we can do 314, but we'll do the max and whatever we need to reach this zero fuel of, here, I'll highlight it for you, 36 or 367,501 pounds, as close as we can get. We'll try. We're going to block fuel at 33,492. Now, an odd thing out here, many of these airlines out here, and I know about 15, 20-ish years ago, I flew for a Cathay virtual, pretty realistic airline. And that airline actually, if it was under X amount of hours, and I want to say 3, automatically 50,000 pounds. Just an automatic uplift of 50,000 pounds. So I don't know if they still do that over there or not. So, but anyway, it's kind of interesting. But anyway, we're going to do runway 2 to the north, RPVM. We're going to land to the north on runway 4 as of right now. And here's our route. All right, we got a cost index of 55 and a flight level of 350. It's not that super long of a haul. All right, so we'll close that out, pull up the weather. Weather here at Clark, 350 at 6, so we got a north wind. Few clouds at 200, 28 and 22, so that's good. Good chance there won't be fog. By the way, it's morning over there for those curious. And we got a northwest wind at Cebu, 4 knots. And again, a few pesky clouds at 200 or 2,000 feet, sorry, and a broken layer way up at 30,000. 28 and 24. So again, probably not worrying about fog, but we will keep it in the back of our mind because we are getting into the day. The sun will help us, usually. Unless it's maritime, and then, well, usually. All right, so there you have it. While we're at it, let's go ahead, put us on VATSIM. Bear with me here. Always got to put in the same data. RNAV there. We'll go 75 even though we don't need it today. And hey, everything else looks good. File it. We're filed for a 150 Zulu start time. By the way, folks in the US, I really hope by now you've realized daylight savings time ended today. If you haven't, you've been an hour early everywhere you went. Pat yourself on the back. No, seriously, this is one of the few, if not rarest times, nobody ever reported it. Or if they did, I sure never heard about it. I was just kind of curious Friday when it would, when things, changed. And lo and behold, it was today. I figured next week. So, but anyway, those of us here in the States, yep, we're back on. I actually like standard time. I know, it's so dark, so early. Oh my. But I actually kind of like it. To me, I prefer this, and I wish we would stay. But I know you all want to stay on daylight savings time, which in this time of the year, folks, it's going to be dark no matter what. So I hate to break it to you. So, all right. But anyway, let's get going. Enough politics, enough, because that is a heated debate every year. I'm sorry, every well, not even 6 months. Every time we switch to clocks, oh my, there is such a furor. I'm waiting for presidential candidates. I will do this. No, please stay out of it. But I know they're gonna be all encompassing. So, and that's as far and deep as I will get into politics on this channel. It would be very ugly if I went deeper. All right, let's go ahead, set it. It's 10:12. All right, so let's get this plane going, shall we? According to Debrief, I'll just give you a quick overview. The flight should, hello Debrief, be an hour in flight. And by the way, there are A330-900 NEOs for Cebu or Cebu flying short haul in the Philippines. This big of a plane flying short haul within the Philippine borders. That's impressive when you step back and think about it. I'm going to think about starting this thing up. All right, batteries are on. Let's turn the fuel pumps off. I was reading through the manuals today, folks, and I'm going to go ahead and do what I normally do, but I don't know how to do the actual check of the CVR recorder. The buttons that normally are present itself here aren't there. So if you guys it's all new to us, folks. This aircraft has only been out a couple weeks. If you guys know where that button is, or we don't have to worry about it, which it is a flight sim, so I just kind of like flowing through my checklist correctly. Okay, let's do a fire check. And that is so low. Well, that would explain a lot. Ah, much better. I use it as a sound check if you didn't know, folks. Yeah, and that ramp control you would turn on, and then there was a CVR and a CVR test button, but I can't find it unless this cabin reset is it, but that would not be my first choice. But sometimes these aircraft really surprise me. Before we fire up the EPU, let's load it. So let's drop down. Now you can do this one of three ways. Ooh. I did not know it was going to do. Yikes. Let's see. All right. You saw that one, folks, didn't you? All right. So this has the radio the A350 has. I'm getting a little more understanding of it now that I've got to play with this one a little bit. I haven't flown a flight yet with it, so we'll see. But anyway, let's come in here and do what we normally do. We're not putting 132,000 pounds on here. I don't think so. We'll take the one off, and that'll be pretty doggone close. What are we going for? 33? Well, okay, there's 33,500. That'll work. Baggage for now, 0. We'll come back to it, and we'll close that. Cabin, next page. Okay, I lied. We can put in, it looks like, 375 peeps. Cool. Come down. One more. 314 peeps. All right, let's come up here and see how that did. We'll talk about this in more depth here in a moment, but we're looking for 365,000, I'm sorry, 367,500. Roughly, we need about 1,800 pounds of cacao. So come back here, go back here, carefully click that minus sign, and we'll, oh, that's way too much. That's way too much. It's gonna probably go over. 367.7. That's actually not bad. It's only 200 pounds over. And since we can't narrow it down much easier, we'll just keep it as is. So there you have it, folks. We're loading up 33,500 pounds of fuel block from ATC, or from our dispatcher, was 33,492. I think we can get past 8 extra pounds, plus the little extra in cargo that brought us up 200 extra pounds. All right, so we're done here. Now, let's look outside real quick. One thing I like about ToLiss, you saw it in the beginning. We had great service trucks. The levelers go down, everything extends, just like you'd expect. Well, the fuel trucks are animated too. There's 2 of them, so they'll peel away when the plane's loaded. Plus, the cargo loaders are more accurate for this type aircraft. They're usually, your bags are put into these LD containers and put underneath for easier packing, quicker turnarounds, actually. I don't know if it's quicker because they'll pull them off. That's great. But I don't know how long it takes to get them out of the bins and into the baggage carousels. That part I don't know. So, but anyway, there it is. Really well done aircraft. I can't really say much other than my usuals about ToLiss, which is really not much, unlike others. Okay, so we've got the aircraft fueling. If you're as soon as this, we got a long way to go, so we're gonna just truck on and let it do its thing. We're just not going to be able to fire that APU just yet. All right, so let's put the emergency lights to on, the beacons to 1, and we'll go strobes auto. Now 1 or 2 on the nav lights doesn't matter. It's wing and logo wing lights and logo come on with both. So it's not like you're turning, if you don't do both 2, you're not getting both. No. Now with the A350, there is an auto section on that, on the logo. I don't think it's on with the navs. Been a little bit since we flew it. So it's a little different, but you're going to find some A350 stuff on here. Pretty cool. And let's go ahead and no personal devices. Okay, so we're going to truck on, like I said. Let's turn on the lights. Do a light bulb check. Looks good. Press on down here. They all came on, and down here. All right. I'm still learning this plane, but I think I'm starting to figure out how to dim the overhead. That's the toughest thing right now, is how to dim the overhead panel without that little round deal here. This is actually for anti-ice. All right, so pressing on. we'll come down here. We'll deal with it here. Spoilers are not armed. Flaps are up. Now, things are going to work a little different than you're used to with the ToLiss A319-20 NEO, 2121 NEO. Little different. We'll point them out as we go along. You can also, when you paint the aircraft or however that works, you can select, you know, what type of radio you have. Do you have the HUD? I didn't even look. Do we have brake fans? Doesn't look like it. All right, so, okay, so we'll skip over that and press into alignment. Okay, IR1 on, or nav, and on bat checked good. 2, which is way, you know, these, you know, brainiacs that designed these aircrafts didn't figure out they didn't count right. 132. And if that is the correct way to count, boy, I've been teaching my kids wrong. Or I taught my kids wrong. Let me rephrase that. All right, strobe lights are in auto, nav lights are in 2. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on once we start boarding, and emergency lights armed. Landing elevations right here. Just make sure that notch is pointing straight up at 12 o'clock. That's the auto position. Walking down pack flow, since we're running high, we'll put it high. And fuel pumps will stay off. Fire checks, radios set. Double checking 122.8 and 121.5 for VHF2. Good. 20 or 2000. And let me see here now. All right, now I need to zoom in because I got to learn some things here. All right, I'll tell you what I just did. Matter of fact, instead of telling words, pictures are worth more than the words themselves. Maybe. I had a feeling. Hang on a second, folks. There we go. All right. Reason I knew it was going to cover it. Just had a feeling, and it sure did. All right. How this thing works. Okay. When you come in, this is how it looks. Well, wait a minute. Back the truck up. There we go. All right. So this is how you are presented when you have the RMS Radio Management System, I think it's called. All right. The big thing here, I brought XPilot up. That is how I connect X-Plane to VATSIM. Okay. Now, the key here is as you look at the XPilot or however you connect, make sure mode C is green. Oh, it's not. Also, make sure TX, RX, RX are bright, not like that TX next to 21.5. Okay, make sure they are that way. Also, unless you're in the US, I even still set it and stand by whatever my CTAF is. We're not in the US, we're not dealing with it. All right, so that's your basic setups. Now, how do we get this to go green? All right, first across the top here, you have VHF, that's your normal communications band. HF, that's what you do when you don't have a AT or ATC. You would be broadcasting position reports, possibly through the data comm links. But if you have to do it voice, that's where you're going to hear a lot of garbly stuff on it. It is a pain to listen to on a video. And if they get it simulated right here and in our ears in a simulator. telephone, and this is the one we're going to use, ATC. All right, so you've got exponder 1, exponder 2. I'm not worrying about exponder 2, but how do we make the screen? Come down to ATS or ATC mode. Click the line select here. It went to auto, and lo and behold, we're now green. You just made the air traffic controller very happy. Now, your modes are right here, TARA, Terra, and TA. So obviously, when our checklist calls for it, we use that line to select what we need, okay? So wanted to go through that, and unfortunately, I think I ate up all my time for the alignment. Oh no, I still have 5 minutes. Good. All right, so let's come in here and get this set up, okay? Well, first off, I'm going to get it in the position I like. Same with this one, just in case. Perfect. All right, so we're going to first get rid of, also, hopefully, y'all have updated your nav data, those that want to stay up to date and be off VATSIM's radar for why aren't you up to date? You are in violation. Give me 50 push-ups. So you can see you're up to date here, or whether you are or not. Go to the init page and do an in. Really? I did not know it was doing that, folks. So init request. To make the init request, read the manuals, but basically go to the ISCS. Under sound and accounts, put the account in, account number for SimBrief, not what you log in with. It is numbers. Put those in and then read the manual as to which ones and how you want the yeses and nos. If you want CPDLC, go to Hoppy, do what it tells you there to get a login. I have only run into one controller who was using the system. He never talked to me on it. All right, so now we need to verify RPLC to RPVM, CP, there's our flight number, IRS and NIT. Now we're going to go over, pull in charts, and get our parking location, I hope. If not, we'll go with what's there. There it is. There it is. Taxi. Oh, yeah, we should be able to get north ramp. Okay, hang on. Looks like I'm going to have to go to the chart. Find out. We're in ramp. Ramp 1. Ramp 1. Parking stands and cords. And I believe I put us in 213. If you're in doubt, all you got to do real quick. $213. So we just go to 213. And what are the chords? 213. Oh, good. I like it when it's this way. North 15, 11.7. Okay, so that is incorrect. 120.33.7. So and then use your more than likely down 33.7, 120 east, 1511.8. Whoa, I thought we set that. (11.7), 33.7, align. Confirm. This is getting to be very annoying, folks. Hang on. May have to change that view. All right, go to wind, request, and you gotta be kidding me. All right, our GPS just aligned. What in the world is, oh my gosh. It's like every one of these things were in the way the whole time. All right, that gets page 1 taken care of. Hang on, we're going to go, hopefully, and not run into this again. All right, so now we'll clear that. Page over to 2. And we want to verify we're 367.7. Diagonal. And we're looking for the zero fuel weight center of gravity. So here's that section, and we're 27.2. Click. 33.5. Outstanding. So now our weight and balance is up to date. All right. We're not playing this game again. Negatory ghost right it. We'll just do that. And we'll move you over so you guys can see it. And I know you didn't see the numbers. I just realized the charts were still up. All right, now all we got to do is our flight plan. RPLC. By the way, we are full. So since we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead, kick on our APU. Get a flap open. Oh. Get a flap open and then start it. All right, we'll bring charts in. The only other thing we got to do here, folks, is set the APU bleed on when we get APU available. All right, up here we go RPLC, departures, runway 2, Olive to Echo. Olivia to Echo. My bad, didn't read the chart. Out to Olivia. And the APU is now available. All right, there we go. Good, now we can run uninterrupted for the most part. And we're boarding people. So we're at flight plan. Olivia. Okay. So everything looks good here. Hit insert. Switching to plan. And we're just going to step our way through looking for discontinuities. Olivia. Okay, and there's our final one. Okay, let me clear that out. Now, over on this end of the house, we are looking at a runway 4. Let's double check 010. That's good. Double check. Still 360. Let's do it. Oh, runway 4. What are we looking at? RNAV. Ooh. Oh, we have been here before, or I have at least. Okay. Tonio to the final and in. Okay, so we'll just do that. We'll select our arrival, and we're doing the, I don't have any ILSs, folks, so guess what? We ought to fly it. RNAV 4, BAT 3 pop, and let me just make sure there's no transition. It didn't load a star like it should have. Hang on, I'm getting my phone set up here. Okay, so we're coming in off BATAY. All right, so there are no transitions. Ah, there we go. Sorry, folks. Huge echo. All right. Insert. Now, let's back it up a little. RAPL, TD, BATAY, ACALO. Oop. Okay, so BATAY. Where the heck are we? This is the wrong one. Here we go. Now we're on. Now we're tracking. I see what they did. All right, so we're on the BATAY 3P. It's a RNIP approach. So we're coming down 10,000 or higher at BATAY, Ekalo, Atzler, and Tonio. This is why I do this, folks. Okay, so that'll work out perfect. Get down here to Tonia. Then it's over to our approach. So from Tonia, which is 4,000, we can look at it now, but 250, no faster. Boyer, okay, that looks good. To VM 40 or 04 Alpha for Bravo and the runway. Then we missed approach out to Jodem to Rico, hold, and then that's where we would start back in if we try again. Okay, and then if we aren't able to go here, we go to Manila, and that was the route. So pretty simple stuff, folks. Just again, I do those checks. I know it's boring to you all as can be. Boy, does it help me, though, when I get where I'm going. Okay, next up, RadNav. Everything looks good in case we got to come back. Perf page. Perf page is right here. Takeoff perf, reset, and I'm just pulling up the latest data out of Clark. 33 minutes old, 360. At 4. Okay, it goes that way, no problem. Temperature 30. Translated 29 or 1013 is 2991. Dry runway, anti-ice, obviously not needed. Takeoff weight and CG looks good. Now this is not zero fuel weight. This is takeoff zero fuel. Zero takeoff CG. Let me get so all right, so we'll run with the packs on. Let's give it a try. Okay, we'll go 2. I'm okay so long as we get 130 here, so we'll go with this. All right, now unfortunately, unlike Flight Factor, we have to come over to the FMC, click uplink, fill in the data. We are 1013. Unfortunately, you can't change the temp, but you can go 000, diagonal 4. You could change contaminants. If we were raining, we could make it wet. Now, what I do here is I put a 2. So when I do my takeoff data request, now I'm asking the system, do its thing, tell me what the aircraft will do. Hopefully it follows this performance chart pretty close. All right, there it is. We click received. And now if we went toga, there you have it. If we go flex, click flex. They got a 69, 140. I'm going to go 131 and then insert. So I'm going to put 131 for V1. That should put us back here at about 3,700 feet and run it out from there. Flaps 2 up 2.6. And we're ready to go, folks. I don't know about you. Before I finish things up, getting rid of the loaders. And there it is, all ready to go. We'll make sure we've okay, we're on the APU, so we can click. Most important, make sure you're on the APU generator. We are ready to go. So we'll come over here. Now we talked about, well, you've seen it by going here, the ISCS. You can actually now, from the ISCS over here, there is a mark that you can check off to put it right here. So all you got to do is come here to do stuff that you might be doing on here, like your accounts, putting in your Debrief and hoppy codes and sounds and all of this stuff you see here. Okay, we don't actually need to. Why? Because we have down here. Okay, everything's, the only thing we need to do, and I forgot, remove. All right, if you all are ready, I'm going to get online here. CEB 572 A339. All right, we are going to be online here in a moment. All right, here we go. We'll talk about this menu down here in flight.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And we're ready to go, folks. Not bad. 50 minutes to get the plane fully ready from no flight to a flight. Okay, come back down here. Click intercom.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, let's do it. Okay, the one things we didn't get accomplished, let's do now. LS constraints, VOR. Set your arc and range. Make sure you're managed. Flight level 350. Did I see anything holding us up? No, 350 it is.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
You'll wait. Okay, 3 gear, anti-skids on. Master switch is down. Here's where we start playing with and I always want to right now check because that's something new we're playing with. Don't worry, folks. Next A350 flight, we're going to do it.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
All right, here we go. Anything got to cool? Again, thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike today. Much appreciated. I know it was short notice, actually no notice. So we do appreciate y'all being here. And I hope y'all had a great weekend. We did here. We'll get to the story here as we taxi, but definitely eventful, folks. Definitely eventful. Maybe some may even relate. So we're just pushing back here. Again, you're seeing some of the things why Better Pushback is really appropriately named. It really, you can make it like right now, it could have been programmed to stop and pull us up to a spot or do some more. I mean, there are some really funky pushback patterns. Okay, we're going to go ahead, hold with one engine. But I really hope you enjoy this flight, folks. This is like the third or fourth flight we've done in this first one where we actually have the HUD and the radio management system, I think they call it. Same thing you can find, I believe, in the A350. So looking...
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. We're looking forward to learning through this plane. Folks, you're going to see a lot of this plane. It is just, I am just floored at what they've piled into it. Yes, I know there's a free version out there, and yes, I get it. But boy, this aircraft is spectacular. All right, let's crank up number one. The only difference, folks, you're going to find, you have to hold it to bring the lever up. You don't have to just click it like in some. So, but I really hope y'all enjoy the flight. It's a pleasure to fly this thing, and I love it. Wish I could get somebody very fluent with A330s to enlighten us on things we may not even know. This guy I know will not know. All right, there's the chains. Let's do it. We're waiting for a veil, and then we'll continue on. You know, with the advent of X-Plane 1.2 or 12 1.2, the dual jetways working at a limited amount of airports right now, the Caribbean update, and some of the performance and weather. I don't know if they did much weather in this one, but really phenomenal. This is by far unbelievable. Okay, we're looks like we've missed a veil, so we'll just start the clock. 3 minutes warming them up. All right, so the bleed comes off. Be careful. Don't accidentally come up here and get the bus tie. Somebody does that all the time. And he's talking to you right now. All right, we'll come down here. We're going to arm the ground spoilers. So now you're going to actually physically pull it up. Flaps to 2. Okay, and we're going to come in here for pitch trim, and it might already be set. Okay, so we're looking for up 2.6. Up 2.6, already set. While we're here, let's go ahead. Okay. All right, everything looks good. Okay, so we can clear that up. And that actually takes away one step we have to do. Let's go up here, turn off the APU. APU's off. Okay, arm slides. Yes. Well, all you're doing, folks, is just telling them to whether they're actually doing it or not. We can only trust. Oh, dummy. Okay, now we'll get to the marks here in a minute in the EWD. Continuing on, lapse time is over here. On. Auto brake max. A little different in the A350, just to let you know. Terrain on. Weather on. Now, your center knob doesn't work, but your tilt does. And the ToLiss reason being they're waiting for the update. Okay, I can buy that. Yeah, there is an update coming where that gets taken care of. Purser cabin's ready, and we'll do our takeoff test, and we're taxiing. Okay, let's get to the runway. Runway 2. All right, so we'll come out here onto Echo, work our way around to Golf. Could have gone out the other way, but All right, we're on our way. I hope you're ready for this, folks. It's about an hour over to Cebu, and then we'll just wrap it up real easy. Nice, easy peasy little stream here. Just surprise, surprise, we're online, and I hope you all enjoy the flight. Matter of fact, there you have it. Cebu Pacific, folks, loaded up, ready to go. Southbound and down to Cebu. All right. Glad to have you all in here. We'll be taking off shortly. And I'll be putting the flight schedule up as we fly. So get it up here as quickly as we can so that way y'all can join us tomorrow. Since it's not up, I'll let you know tomorrow's flight, folks, is in Canada. We're going to take off from where we left off with FedEx there at Winnipeg, head over to Toronto. So ought to be a fun flight. One flight. A lot of longer flights this week. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. And I'm still flipping the coin on one of the flights. Just I want to fly it, but I'm like, do I really want to fly it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to probably stick with it, and if we end up canceling it, we'll let you know. But got some great places we're going this time, so I hope y'all are up and running with us and enjoy the week's worth of flying we have. Not sure if we'll be able to do a Saturday flight yet. That's our time. Me and the wife, we go do things. Sunday, I got to work at church, so that kind of limits what we can do. So, but I worked today and was able to. Although I could have came up a lot earlier, we did have some things we needed to do. So while we're taxiing, yesterday, why there was no stream and why you see a message in the general section of our Discord the way it is, we were cleaning up the yard yesterday. And some of you may already know where this is headed. Because it probably may have happened to you. I was vacuuming up all the pine needles because there's a crap load of pine trees here. Love the way they sound in storms and with the wind blowing through them. Really cool. Really hate cleaning up the pine needles. Really hate that. Almost worse than, at least leaves are easier to do, in my opinion. My opinion only. Pine needles are a pain in the rump. Because just as soon as you think you got them all, there's 100 million more. It's just, blah. So, but anyway, like I said, I was on the, taking care of the pine needles. The wife was doing some hedge trimming. I can already hear people going, oh yeah, I've done that. And accidentally, well, she accidentally cut the internet line from where the cable comes to the box to the house, from the box into the house. That part of the line, thankfully. Because had it been the other side, that would have been a lot more work. Or potentially, depending how it was installed, could lead to more work. Some of you already know that may be in that business. So yeah, that's why we were out. Thankfully, I really do appreciate an ex-boyfriend of my youngest daughter's coming out. He works for the cable company and was able to do a fix for us, get it fixed properly, and well, you can tell it worked. We're up and flying, online, on streaming. All right, we're at the end of the runway, so let's get ready. And for those curious, it is the ToLiss A330-900 NEO. Yeah, I know, I can hear y'all going, those dastardly guys released that plane right before crossed the pond. We didn't get a chance to fly it. You shouldn't have had to. It flies just like any other Airbus. Other than the fact it holds more fuel and packs some interesting toys inside of it. Beyond that, folks, it's like you'd expect. Trying to make sure we're on takeoff. There we go. All right, and here we go. Whoa, slow down, Mr. Plane. And Clark traffic, Cebu 572 heavy departing runway 2. All right, let me just do a quick look through my checks. Nose wheel lights, engine mode. I'm going to go ahead, keep it in ignition. Go ahead, turn on traffic and weather Oh, just kidding. Couldn't resist, folks. Throttle up. Brakes off. Flex. Okay, SRS and runway green, climb nav blue, airspeed's alive. There's 80. We're going. V1. Rotate. All right, we're up and airborne on our way to Cebu. All right, and I got pretty much straight out departure, button hook back to the route. Okay, there we go to level climb mode, and get above 180. I'll bring it up to 1. Okay, after takeoff, we can actually turn off some lights because they're in the bays. Go to flaps 1. All right, we're climbing out. Now, as I've looked over a couple of different types of charts here, folks, hang on a sec. Yeah, I am not seeing any storms, folks, so good news. One of the rare times I've flown, they're scattered about the island, not like typhoons like I normally fly through. Ugh. So, that's a plus. All right, we're rolling out on course. Again, glad to have you all aboard. Thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. And I hope you enjoy your time here. Now, I talked about this. Couple of things. Notice how aircraft show up here. It's an aircraft symbol. That's, to me, pretty cool. I don't know if I want it to take, because, you know, you get into some busy airspace, this could be 15 line. No, just kidding. But it could be quite a few. The other cool thing down here, it's telling you it's mass 704. So I really like this ADS-B display. Just really like it, folks. There's not much on this plane I have issues with. Oh, we're at transition already. All right, the only thing you have to get used to on here, remember, all we had to do is click an up arrow or a down arrow. You actually got to physically either push it in or pull it out. I like it, but it just takes a little getting used to from the other ToLiss aircraft. All right, folks, I'm going to get a little quiet here. Let the plane do the talk. Hang on, I'm gonna be doing some things to get the scheduling out so people know when and where we're flying. So kind of bear with me. I am watching the chat though, and just want to make sure people know what we're doing, because I get it. And again, by the way, surprise, we're flying. Real quick, spoilers de-armed. And I always, check. Looks like they are. All right, flaps are up. We're climbing and we're in good shape. Give me a few seconds here and I'll be back here in just a moment. Like I said, I am watching the chat, ready to answer any issues or questions that may arise.
Manila traffic, Malaysian 704, 10 miles on final, 24. Manila traffic, Malaysian 704 on final, 24. Malaysian 704, then beginning Romeo 4. Continue to taxi to Gulf 6, Lima Terminal 1, Bay of Choice, Manila. Cebu traffic, Cebu Air 888, turning right for final approach, runway 04. Manila traffic.
Colred 105, commencing push and start Lima face east.
Hello, traffic. Korean 621 heavies on the right downwind for 24. Manila.
All right, folks. All right, we're back with you. Sorry about that. I got about half of it put in. Let me see what we're left with. Oh, what did I do? All right, well, we're going to have to sideline it. We've got it halfway into Twitch. So check it out, and I hope to see some of you there. We've also uploaded it to our Discord channel, and in the About section, the whole schedules are there. So, like I said, several longer flying runs this week. So we'll see how that goes. But we're about to reach top of descent here, so I thought I'd better chime back in. All right, so basically, all right, first thing we got to do, of course, we already know the arrival performance that we're going to do and the takeoff or the descent winds. So what I'm going to do first, bring us over to, oh, wait a minute. Let's do this right. Pull it up. Then come over here. Now, ToLiss gives us a landing performance calculator. Hit reset, and that should bring you pretty close to what is current. And for us, current in Cebu is 2000 hours. This is probably my only wish ToLiss would do is to take where they put the METAR here, also put it here. That or hopefully, if they would, tell me a setting to throw and then be there. But 0200, 0200. Oh, wait a minute. When 070. Okay. Everything looks right here. All right, so we got a 10,800 foot runway. We'll try low, reverse on, and compute. That's actually not too bad. Let's do it. So, like any Airbus, we got to come over here, put our Q and H in. Hang on, I'll have the exact number here, 1010, which, by the way, does equal what's here for the barometric. Temperature 30. 0, 0 at 7. All right, now for the approach today, folks, we are flying the RNIP. So we need 389 or 410. Let's go 389, and hopefully this won't make things worse like it.
Traffic, Colred 105 will taxi to runway 31, Lima, Golf 3.
Won't screw like it did few days ago. Looking at about 5,000 feet of runway, almost 6,000 needed on a 10,000 foot runway, so we should be good. And we're all set to go. We're about to pass the equal time point. So we're ready for the descent, folks.
Hello, traffic. Korean 621 heavies on a right base for 24. Manila.
And still not seeing any weather, folks. That's great. All right, currently 20 minutes out of Cebu. And again, this will be the only flight, folks. The just wanted to come up, just really wanted to stream. And then, like I said, tomorrow, look for us up in Canada, Winnipeg, headed over to Toronto. Love to see us. Start time 12 to 1 o'clock local. U.S. Don't forget you're on standard time now. A lot easier for us in the central time zone to do Zulu. But I know everyone's going, oh my gosh, it's so dark. Well, it was just that dark, same as it was before, just not as long. So, I personally enjoy standard time. So, but we are closing in. There is the hockey stick indicating top of descent.
Manila traffic, Colette 105, rolling runway 31, Harbor 1 departure.
Always love flying into Philippines. It just, lately it's been a little more taxing on the ears listening to all of the
621 heavies on a 25 mile final for 24 Manila.
So, but you know, it is what it is. So, but I have to say, I like these colors. I like the brightness of that yellow. I really think this is really a great paint scheme and a good livery in the real world. I really like it. On top of the fact it's on a really good airplane, folks. If you're on the fence trying to figure out, do I want this or not? Flying with Mike will tell you, I highly recommend it. Very well done. It's ToLiss, so you already knew that part. But just amazing what we're getting into. I may go in and update some aircraft so this radio management system is standard on it. I understand this now when we fly the A350 later this week. See if what I'm learning here translates. It should be the same system. We'll see. All right, we are within 20 miles. Let me do a quick run here. We're going to drop down here. I'm going to pull this up. Flight plan, give me this This is so annoying. I'm going to have to change that view. Because it'll be a problem here too. All right, well, we didn't get anything on the descent. "12 miles out." Now let me show you here. Told you it's a little different.
Traffic Korean 621 heavies on a 15-mile final for 24, Manila.
Bali traffic grade 105, airborne passing 6,000 feet IFR to Cotabato, flight level 370.
Like I said, you got to push it,
Ed, we'll see ya.
pull it. So that's the only big differences here, folks. Other than that, it's what you expect. All right, and that green ball dropping down the tape here for the altitude, when that gets within these the altitude box, that's when we'll be at our on profile for the descent, and we're descending to 4,000. Now I'm trying to figure out why it's telling me what. Did I check something wrong? Doesn't appear so. Just curious why it's saying that. Like I said, a lot for me to learn in this plane, which, you know, I love. I love having to learn new things. This radio was daunting to me in the A350. It's starting to make a little sense. Now we'll see if it carries over. I'm not expecting it to. Never know, it might. To the A350, what I'm learning here. But we'll find out later. Like I said, later this week, we do fly both of these again. Now, there is a flight coming up to JFK. That could have an aircraft change. We're right on a borderline with range on it. So we'll have to kind of see. If not, we'll make sure the right type of aircraft is employed. But there could be a range issue with it. But I'm glad y'all are here, and thank you. Thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. We're descending into Cebu right now. And oddly enough, we've done this route out of Manila down to here. Now we're coming in from Clark. So more than likely, this route would have been done in an A320. However, there are A330-9s that do operate from Cebu to Manila. So it is quite possible there could be one going to Clark as well. "50 miles from BATAY, which is where we turn more south for Tanyo, and then over to the approach. And again, this is an RNIP approach. You know how well that went in Panama a couple days ago. All right, we're going to go ahead. Oh, I thought I actually turned it off. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I thought I actually turned the seatbelts off. Again, we thank you all for being here. 10 minutes out, good time if you want to put a prediction in on what you think our landing will be like. You're more than welcome. Exclamation mark, the word predict, space, and a negative number. All right. We're steepening the descent because I'm a little nervous. We're gonna come in above 10,000 feet, but I like to be closer to it than as far as I think it was gonna put us. So we'll cross BATAY at 10,000 or at or above 10,000, set for 4,000 the next half as we slow up. And let's put medium on the brakes. Transition level 13,000. Okay. And again, the cool thing with this traffic list right here in the lower right corner, it tells you what aircraft are showing. And up here, I've got it set. I believe there was a setting to make them airplanes. So really kind of interesting. We'll see if that backfires on me, as I kind of expect. But set our speed brakes again. All right, lights. And 1010. Okay, set across the board. There we go, 10,000 feet. Once we begin leveling off, that will help increase our slowdown. All right, here we go. Final checks here. Going to LS constraints.
Davao traffic, Cebu 149, regular commencing for RP approach, running 26, Davao traffic.
Okay, on the approach, 2400. So, yeah, we are going to have to steepen this up a little. Okay, and should be on the ground here in about 5 or so minutes. Again, wonderful flight from Clark. A lot of you may know that already, especially if you served probably turn of the century, maybe a little before that, when things turned over. I don't remember the exact dates. I could be even short, could have been in 2000s. But no longer part of the U.S. military, Clark and Subic Bay here in the Philippines. So, but it's still fun to fly into them. I don't even think, I think UPS may have a bigger presence at Clark today, but really whole new world here. So, oh, sorry about that, folks. Thumped my headset. Man. Trying to find out where... Oh, there's the mark. I was trying to find the mark. I was looking up where the zigzag line was way up here. It's right ahead of me. So I can actually release this descent a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to slow to about 210 to make this turn and go from there. Oh, we still have some ships. That's cool. I thought I turned those off. Oh, we're getting fast. And there's the island of Cebu. Pretty much an island nation, the Philippines. Well, it is. It's not pretty much, it is. And kind of why I like it a little bit. Like I said, I didn't even realize I had flown here before. Till we saw Tonya, and then I went, I'll be doggone, I've been here before. Okay, just watching my speed. It's still trying to creep up even with 1,000 feet a minute descent. Okay, 4 minutes according to Sim Toolkit. I believe we got to come over that ridge and then down the other side. Tonya's a maximum speed of 250 and at or above 4,000. However, the RNIP trap says mandatory. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just says 4,000 and 230 for the speed. So, oh, that's for the hold, I think. That's for the hold. Okay, here we go on the slowdown. And then I'm going to set 2,400. However, we have a 3,000 foot mark at Boyer. Command flaps 1. All right, we're turning for the runway now, folks. There's good notification here. It looks like we may actually get a coupling here of our navigation system. We'll see. Approach speed 140.
2,500.
Okay, 140, 135. I think we had a hard time finding this airport last time. We found it plenty of time, don't get me wrong. It was just a little different. Could be the runway right there. All right, final check, speed, flap set, wheel green, and we're set. Really curious if we get a full coupling here. VM04 Bravo is what's right ahead of it on the nav display. Should start the descent. If not, we'll take over. Does not appear so.
2000.
Zero out of 5.
Stage recording 1 out of 5 unreadable.
Cebu traffic, Cebu 572, 3 mile final, runway 4.
Cebu traffic, Philippine 2040 on RNAV 04 by the Delor 3 Papa approach.
$500. 100 above. 400. Minimum.
Okay, landing.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Cebu traffic, Cebu 572 off at Echo to the ramp.
Traffic Colorado 501 was taxi to holding point Kilo via Foxtrot and left Bravo. Correction, right Bravo. Done traffic.
I think I'll just take this stand on the end.
Super is active.
Okay, we're in the blocks, folks. Let me do a quick check here. We can come off this. Okay, APU is available, generator on. Okay, bleeds on. And how far up did it pull? All right. Welcome to Cebu, folks. All right, same thing here. We're going to go chocks. And what's our brakes look like? They're on the hot side. Okay. Okay, brakes are on. And with the chocks on, we shouldn't be moving. There's J. And there goes the jetway. Welcome again to Cebu. Lapu is the name, is what they've got on the chart here, Cebu International. Glad you all could join. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let's take a look at this real quick. See who, if anyone else, put a prediction in. I can never find it over there. Hang on, let me try here. Ah, 214 feet a minute's what it looks like. Preliminary. We again did not run any ATC. Oh, we're starting to get a little smattering of rain around here. All right, 269 by Volanta. All right, and want to say what a great flight that was. Hang on, hang on. All right, X out of that. Sim toolkit. Again, 214. Let's see here. All right, there's our route, folks. Pretty standard flight in here. View the details. Hour and 20-minute flight, 355 miles, 6,000 kilograms of fuel, 1.3 on the landing. I thought that was softer, but you know, hey, who am I? Minus 214 feet. We were a little slow. Not much, but a little. And let's see. Well, that actually shows, according to the chart here, 1,300 feet down the runway. Now, what I saw, folks, didn't appear to be like that. So, it appeared to be past the landing zone. The landing zone, I believe, is set up U.S. style. So that's why 1,300 feet down on the center line, that's a beautiful landing.
Recorded 501, landing up and takeoff, runway 24, Mactan.
Fun time here, folks. Fun time. Hang on. Let's go ahead, watch the takeoff. There was another one coming in. I never ended up hearing where he ended up. Huh. Kind of confused. And the one next to us is planning a flight. Oh, he came in from RPMD. I'm not sure where that hides. Oh, it's continues south from us. I just figured we'd watch the takeoff. If he's gonna go. All right, nice takeoff. All right, brakes hot, delay for takeoff, no problem. That's why we're sitting the way we are. All right, there you have it, folks. From inside here, we can watch him. However, what I wanted to do, tease y'all with the plane, of course.
Recorded 501, airborne, parking 1,500, I-4 Blue, Manila.
Yep. It's a nice cabin. I'm a little lost, so trying to figure this plane out sometimes is not easy. Let's try again.
advisory Cebu 971, spike level 260, commence initial descent at level 110 for the Bohol Papa arrival, expecting RMP 04 Mactan.
So I'll give you a little tour of the aircraft. Little tricky back there. You got to find narrow corridors to get you back in here. I know why I turned. But again, another little galley area. Why is nothing? Hang on, something's not set right. Oh, I didn't turn the beacon off. But there you have it, folks. That's what it looks like on the inside. I think well worth the money. I know some would argue with me, but that's fine. To each their own. Here comes the first of the loaders. And again, the appropriate type. Here comes the other one. And they come automatically, folks. It's set up so long as you turn the seatbelts off, the engines, and the beacons. Once those are turned off, they should be coming. What I had forgotten, I turned the wing lights, not the beacon. I thought I got the beacon. The main door should be open now. And of course, you can monitor it from in here. And out this door, nope, you won't see it. There it comes. And then there'll be another one to show up down here. It'll be a normal bag loader. All right, so there you have it, folks. A great day, great flight. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up and let you all have your night back and enjoy. So, well, we're going to wait till the ad. I didn't catch it to dismiss it.
Traffic advisory, Colred 105 will be descending 5,000 feet, flight level 350.
All right, there you have it, folks. The ToLiss A330-900. I really love this plane. Well worth the money. Well worth spending it. If you're into this kind of plane, folks, it is phenomenal. From what I've read up on this plane, great for short field, great for, well, it's for short haul, great for long haul. It's just an amazing plane. We just flew it short haul. They fly these in Philippines, Cebu, up to Manila, and they keep them somewhat short haul. So, and they also, hey, Matt, 1997, welcome in. Hope you're having or had a great week. And we start off another one tomorrow. Folks, tomorrow I am wrapping up, unfortunately. We are going to be flying in Canada, Winnipeg to Toronto, FedEx. So hope you all can be there for us. We'll be around 12, 1 o'clock. Don't forget, here in the States, those of us that do it, we're back on standard time. So, yeah, we'll... you'll have to check us out tomorrow, Matt. I'm going to keep that a little secret. No, 767, folks. I actually don't have the 757, so I flipped a coin and kind of favored the 76 because it had longer legs than the what the 75 can handle. So, all right, so we'll see you all tomorrow, noon to 1 o'clock. Startup in Winnipeg with the 767 for FedEx. See you all then. Have a great night. God bless, and we'll see you then as we wrap up this surprise stream that we just kind of threw together.
Traffic advisory, Grid 105 will be cancelled.